What is going on, everybody? Welcome to tonight's Mystery Knife Giveaway live event. Tonight's event is sponsored by Concept. Thank you very much, Concept, for sponsoring tonight's live stream. The nice thing about having somebody sponsor a live stream is that they give me extra knives to give away. So we will be doing a Midstream Concept giveaway. They have 3 awesome knives here. We're going to do one of them tonight. We'll do one next week and one the week after, but they're all awesome. They're all big titanium frame locks. Actually, no, 2 big titanium frame locks. And then we have 1 crossbar lock in S35E. And we have the Dreadnought. We have the Main Street in copper foil G10, which I didn't even know was a thing. And then we also have the absolutely hulking Bison. All 3 of these knives are linked down in the description so you guys can check them out if you want, but somebody's going to win one for free tonight. Thanks to Concept. We will, of course, do our usual giveaway at the end. Nothing about that is changing. Jackpot and all that stuff. It's just tonight, because of Concept, we have a bonus knife to give away. So thank you so much to Concept, and make sure you check out Concept linked in the description. Of course, MC is late to his own life. Was I late? I feel like my computer said 8:30. My computer said 8:30 on the dot. I think you were early. That's what happened. I don't accept sponsors on regular content. I do accept sponsors on my live stream only from companies that I know and trust. And the deal is, you got to give me knives to give away because that's what I do on the live streams. So it works out for everybody. Since there's nothing being reviewed, it's, I think it's great. It's just free knives. I think it's awesome. Whoa, somebody gave a whole bunch of memberships. Bradford Mitchell, of course. Thank you very much, Bradford Mitchell. Very, very kind of you. I am excited too. I am very excited. I don't even have to. I got so excited I forgot to get out my own Excalibur. My carbon fiber one is on the way to Sean Ashmore. So he's gonna check out that carbon fiber prototype. But I have the 2 titanium ones here, large and we call it the mini. It's 7.5 inches. But guess what? We released the Lefty pre-orders. Everybody was like, when's the Lefty pre-order? And I was like, it's coming out later today. And then it didn't. And then like another 2 days went by. Sergio was having some trouble with some stuff, but he got it figured out. And we have Lefty pre-orders up and ready on the website. The picture is just literally, for the lefties, it's Sergio's left hand. So it says what it is. It says what you're pre-ordering. But for now, those pictures are placeholders because we don't have pictures of the lefty ones yet. So it's just Sergio's left hand. But yeah, they're there. They're on kunwukrew.com, which is in my description. You guys can check that out if you want. When am I going to have Sean back? I'll talk to Sean anytime he has time. I don't have any time, and I know Sean's busier than I am. So it might be kind of tricky, but yeah, if he wants to chat it up again, I'd love to. I had a blast talking with him last time. He's a nice guy. You got a Concept Loki recently. They're a pretty popular brand, mainly for the fact that they work with a whole bunch of different familiar designers, and I think mostly because their prices are insanely competitive. A lot of times you can look at Concept and go, we don't really need to be paying, 100 or 150 more for this. Like, yeah, like certain companies, I think like they add a little bit of sauce here and there, but Concept, and like I've been saying and again, it's like, okay, well, they're sponsoring the stream, so he's not going to say anything bad. No, I would say the exact same thing I've said in my completely not sponsored reviews. They make a lot of stuff, and they put a fair price tag on it. You get premium materials. You get premium blade steel if you're buying a premium knife, and you get a nice budget knife if you're buying a budget knife. They just price things competitively. Ooh, what is this? This is from Ninja Gaiden. It has to be. Oh, it's a black screen. That was Ninja Gaiden. Had to be. Yeah, you probably won't get the notification. You probably just have to kind of pop in here. It's just how it's gonna have to be. YouTube is super weird about my live streams. I think it's because of the amount of content that I upload daily. I uploaded, for example, 2 videos today and a short. So they probably don't love to send notifications for 4 separate pieces of media. But people still find it, I'll tell you what. We always have about 1,000 people in here towards the end of the evening. You have skills from Met Boss? They make good stuff. That was indeed Ninja Gaiden. Okay, I was gonna say, I will let you know when I go live on my Patreon. Oh, speaking of Patreon, so I was supposed to do them this week and I missed it. Next week, I will do the videos for the Patreon exclusive giveaways. $1 tier will have 1 giveaway. The $3 tier will have 2 giveaways. And the $5 tier will have access to 3 premium giveaways. That's all going to happen on Patreon next Friday. So if you're a current patron, you don't have to do anything. You'll be notified. Patreon's pretty good about that. If you want to be a patron, there's a link at the top of chat. You saw that Met Boss is going out of business on Reddit? That's too bad. That's a huge bummer. Yeah, it's been 3 weeks, and it's only supposed, because it's like one of the weeks we announce it, and then the next week I draw it, and then so there's supposed to be 2 weeks in between them, and there were 3 weeks in between them. So I'm back by a week. I misunderstood the vid in Patreon earlier. I thought it was tonight. That's okay. He got bought out. Okay, by who? Who bought him out? I'm just curious. I mean, he probably had a lot of equipment. Bradford Mitchell, thanks for your donation. Concept needs to hurry up and release the Halide. I have been waiting since Blade Show Atlanta for that knife by them. So, since it is designed by James Arnold, a freshman at K-State. Are you serious? Freshman at K-State? It's only two and a half hours from here. That's cool. So Concept might not actually know that I'm doing the live stream right now. They emailed me and they said, when are you going to do the live? And I was like, oh, tonight, but I also noticed that they sent me that email at like 1 in the morning, which makes sense if you're in China. So I was like, man, they might not get my reply. So there might be somebody just now reading my email where I was like, yeah, it's up tonight. And that's okay, because like I said, they gave me 3 knives to give away, so we're doing 3. There'll be 3 sponsored Concept streams. I mean, if they only intended for me to do 1, I'm gonna cut them a deal. That's easier for me, and I'd rather spread it out. Sharp World is Dwan. Okay, one-man operation. Excellent customer service. Also, Belly versus Hemlock. Thoughts on the Koenig Xenon drop next month. I don't know anything about the Koenig Xenon. I have to look that up. Veli versus Hemlock. That's a really tough one for me, but personally, I'm going to go Veli. I love the Hemlock. If I were to grade it, I'd give it a 97. The Veli, it's just more, it just visually speaks to me a little bit more. It's not anything about function or quality. The Veli is just the it knife. I just love it. And I don't even like Tantos, but the Veli is so good. God, I love this knife so much. They said they were going to send me one of the newer ones. They have like a Gen 2 or whatever. And so I need to ask them, because I've been a little itchy for that. Where's my chapstick? Oh, there it is. About to panic, but we're good. How about them Broncos? Gosh darn it. Well, that was a football game. But, bummer, we lost. They got us. I felt it. I was like, they're going to win this with a kick. But they did it, and the Chiefs lost. Gosh darn it. And that's all right. We'll get her figured out. We started to look really good, like not in the Broncos game like that. We did not look very good, but leading up to it, we did look good. And I mean, that game was close enough. We obviously were capable of winning it. I don't know how well the Broncos were playing. I don't feel like the Broncos were playing as well as they could have either. But that game could have easily gone. I think either team could have won by 2 touchdowns. And it just happened that you could say that about any football game, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think either team was playing their best. I think the Chiefs definitely didn't. And we lost. That's just how it went. There was no blowout. Nope. I think we've been capable the whole time. You know, I mean, we just, like, sometimes that happens. If you're 5-5 and you got a couple of weird ones, I think 2 of our losses were absolutely, like, we got beat. 2 of them. 3 of our losses, I was like, I don't know. 2 of them, it's like, you lost. Doesn't matter. Hey, MC, how do you like the tactile archer? I have never handled it. I need to the guy at Tactile was like, yeah, we should get you one. And I was like, yeah. And then he just flew away like Mary Poppins. Never came back. I'm kidding. I should just text him. I'm definitely going to pick that up. Just to mention again, now that we have a little over 300 people in here, we're doing a midstream giveaway tonight. So those of you who are here earlier and don't try to wait until the end, you're going to be rewarded because the midstream giveaway is sponsored by Concept tonight, which means there's a bonus knife that's going to be given away in the middle of the stream. Now, it does not qualify for any sort of like jackpot bonus or anything like that. We're just going to give away one of the 3 knives that they sent. But yeah, so if you're here early tonight, you're gonna have a shot with better odds at a premium knife from Concept. I do too. I kind of felt like that was a good spot to open up for sponsors because it's kind of easy. It's like there's a spot in the middle where the population's really good and we can kind of separate it. And so I let companies, like, if they want to send free knives and they want to sponsor it, I just let them do it because you guys benefit from it. They also pay me. I suppose I should make that transparent. They pay me, but everybody wins. So it's good. What exactly bone ass knife? Darmok the Hunter says, MC, what exactly bone ass knife? I don't know what exactly bone ass knife. That's a good question. If you could elaborate a tad further, I would be more than happy to try and answer that question. I beat Borderlands. Well, okay, I beat the campaign. I played the whole game on hard mode, which it wasn't that hard. I gotta say, like, hard mode felt like pretty much normal Borderlands. Like, I had to pay attention to my elements, I guess. You know, I had to pay attention. Oh, use electricity for shields and this or that. A lot of times I was just running and gunning. You know, like a well-timed grenade throw and a well-timed super. It's just like doesn't really matter. You know. But I gotta say, the end boss fight was cool, and I liked the bad guy. And then there was like a little bonus bad guy fight at the end. But for me, it was anticlimactic, and it wasn't the game's fault. I got a gun that I have to assume was so ridiculously over. It was such a lucky, stupid roll. And maybe it actually was a pretty common one. I got a shotgun where one of the secondary effect, it was 3 rounds of a slow-moving orb that had 3 beams coming out of it. And it just slowly... This thing did this much damage times 3, but it did it the entire time the orb was passing through the bad guy. So it would do, like, a stupid amount of damage. It was doing, like, 20 times the amount of damage of any gun that I have. So the end boss, I literally just switched the thing to the secondary fire and just shot the 3 orbs at him, and his health bar goes, and I was like, what? And then it went into phase 2, and I did the same thing, and he just died. I was like, I'm not sure I even saw all the stuff that was supposed to happen. Like, he was mid-speech, and I just fired a spirit bomb at his face, and he died. And then, like, I was like, I don't know if I was supposed to get that. Like, that gun just seemed really, really powerful. It's still OP. Okay, it's a beam splitter. That's what it was. I was like, cool. Beam splitter. It just annihilated the end boss. It was not a fight at all. I thought it was a glitch, and then I realized I was like, it's doing that damage all the way through. And because the boss is so huge, it was like the perfect thing, because it traveled through his body for so long, and it did so much damage. The end boss fight was literally a grand total of 40 seconds for me. Borderlands 2, that's where I got introduced to the series. I went back and played Borderlands 1, but I turned around and played Borderlands 2, and I played Borderlands 3, and it was super obnoxious. I had fun with it, but it wasn't as fun as Borderlands 2. And I maxed out my character in both of those games, like absolute god mode. I think everybody does. And then I played the weird in-between one with the low gravity, and I was like, okay. And now Borderlands 4, I think I gotta see where it goes, but so far I absolutely love it. I love it, and I love my character. I love playing Amon. I don't think he's the strongest, but I love playing him. With a pre-sequel. I appreciate that they're trying to do different things. I want Handsome Jack to come back. Handsome Jack was so great. I know that they won't do that, but it'd be cool. I mean, here's what we need. We need an alternate. I mean, like, they play with, like, the multiverse all the time. There's no reason that they can't bring him back. He's only dead in one universe. I mean, presumably. Handsome Jack was so evil, but, like, I mean, his backstory was crazy. But, like, the whole time, you're like, I gotta kill this guy, but he's also kind of funny. Like, the whole time he's just kind of like this stuff. And the voice actor was so good too. I think they really nailed it. Tiny Tina was also a complete wild card. They've tried to do that. They just haven't been able to replicate those characters. He was the biggest douchebag in the best way. Sometimes you need a character like that, like a funny douchebag, you know, where they're not trying too hard. They tried too hard with 3, and it just got annoying. The main bad guys they did suck, but they made them suck so bad that we hated them. We didn't like him. You know, you wanted to kill him, but you wanted them to just not talk. YTDM will come back apparently, so the giveaway system should be easier when talking with the winners of the streams. Awesome. Good. That's great. What's the most... Excuse me. The most left blue knife is the very hard to find, I think, Midgard's Messer... Is it the Mjolnir? This is the one that has Thor's hammer as a pocket clip. Big old beefy frame lock with an overlay. And I believe the steel... It's still CPM D2 on these. Cool, though. Big ol' thick, chunky boy. Almost a 1/4 inch on the blade stock. Hey, thanks again for those memberships. Appreciate that. I always make this known, because I know there's people popping in from TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Metal Complex, what do you do with the money from the memberships and the donations, which I will never ask for, but I will tell you what I do with that money. I will buy knives with it, and I will turn those knives into content. And if you don't want to donate, guess what? The content's free anyway. You can enjoy it. I do the live streams primarily to give knives away. And if you guys want to join my Patreon and all that stuff, it's an added bonus for me. But it's obviously not required. All of the content on this channel and all of the giveaways will always be free. The Gold Protect Les George, absolutely. That's the one I personally patinaed with my disgusting acid hands. But yeah, this is the one where, like, this was Scott's, and like it came in and I touched it and it just patinaed immediately. And I was like, I told him, well, he was like, "Is it patinaing?" And I was like, yeah, I guess so." And he was like, "Oh," and I was like, "I'm sorry. I will totally pay for it," because I wanted this knife anyway. So he was nice enough to only charge me what he paid, despite it being worth more. But that's the story of this knife and how it came to be mine. I have the type of hands that will patina materials like that. Some people don't. Mine do. Well, I can definitely say Excalibur is definitely sharp. It got my finger pretty damn good the other day when changing the clip. Almost needed stitches. Oh, man. I'm sorry I cut you. I'm glad you're happy with how sharp it is. I'm sorry that you cut yourself having to change the pocket clip. But thank you for your donation. I am happy that all of the new Excaliburs come with the updated clip. They come with it, and all future integrals, just like we did with with V1. We changed it. We released the new versions with the clip, and you know, every now and then you'll hear somebody saying like, you know, it's terrible. They never did anything about the clip. We absolutely did, and we also offered free clip replacements. You'll hear people saying that, and they're just rotten. They're just little butthole people. Like we definitely did. When we offer this still, you know, to people who have Gen 1 Excalibur with the original clip, we will replace that clip. But the new ones come with, here it is. Like, this is the updated clip, and it works great. It's a perfect pocket clip. I saw a video of this guy was going on and on and on about it, and the whole people in the, I never went in and jumped in the comments, but I wanted to be like, we replace the clips for people. But I was like, this is just let them. Like, it's a bunch of people who didn't buy it anyway, you know? So whatever, it's all right. Tina. You had to pay for your clip? You didn't have to. We would have replaced it. The whole idea is we wanted to replace it for people who wanted it replaced. There were people who messaged me and said, I don't need it. I like the first clip. And I was like, okay. So we just offered it up as anybody who asks, we'll just do it. What is the green one next to the blue one, top center of screen? The green next to the blue, it's the Civivi Buster FG, right? It's the big one. It's like the Vision FG, but it's like a huge one. I have the old one where the stop pin's in like the not optimized spot. But I guess they changed that. Yeah, the first clip's really stiff. It looked like this. This is the Gen 3 prototype. It was in a non-optimal place, and it was also super stiff. I bent mine up, and now it's okay. It's just not as good as the updated one. Is 190 bucks good for a Demco 80 20.5 shark? Yeah, it is. I mean, like, in some sense, you're always going to feel like it's too high, and then you're going to get it and go, never mind. Because it's one of the best pocket knives to ever exist. I'll maintain that opinion. The 80 20.5 and the Shark Cub are two of the best EDC pocket knives to ever exist. They're way too good. Instant evergreens. Is Compact the mini of the Kunmu website? Yeah, the Compact. I think that I keep saying mini. The word compact is better because when we say mini, people think of like a Lego. Like a mini knife would be like the Reich Cicada, you know, or like Where is that? I love this song. Whatever this is crispy. I don't know where it is. The Civivi, the Baby Banter would be like a mini knife. So yeah, compact. What Demco? What Demco should you start with? Yeah, the 20.5, the AD 20.5, or the Shark Cub. I like the Shark Cub better, but those are excellent. The AD 20.5 is slightly larger, but they're both like perfect EDC knives. That's the only. My brother owns tons of knives because I give him stuff all the time. The only knife that he wants to carry is the 20.5. Is it a Strider SMG all the way on the right? Close. It's a Strider SMF. It's the bigger one with the titanium scales. Mine has no lock stick and is perfectly centered. It is always maintained centered. It went through a phase of lock stick, but I did work it out. I think I have deployed this knife probably 1,000 times, but I did completely work out the lock stick, and the lock bar settled in a perfect spot. Beautiful. This, I could not ask for a better one. I don't like that Strider subtly rounds the tips on some of these, but okay, whatever. It's not as rounded as my AGA Camplin, but you can see there, like, it should have gone a bit further. Would you consider adding the new 20.5 Slickback Stonewash DLC Umnumzan to the collection? What? Slick black Stonewash? I would absolutely. What? Where do I get this? Chris Reeve Knives, I've never talked with him. I imagine that is an incredibly sought-after knife. They have a shiny DLC Umnums. Is that, did I read that correctly? A shiny DLC Umnumzan, is that correct? Oh yeah. Yeah, now that I know that exists, I have to have one. Do I ever carry the 5 Max? No. Knife Center loaned this to me because, believe it or not, guys, I don't have a review on this. I don't know why. I'm like the only content creator in this space that doesn't have a review on this knife. So I just needed to add it to the library. But no, I don't need to see that. I do think it's probably one of the most capable camp knives ever. It's a folding fixed blade. That's what it is. I have a review on the 4 Max, not the 5 Max. I'm sorry, I may have misspoken there. I don't have a review on the 5 Max, but yeah, I do on the 4 Max. How am I liking the Ratax? I have grown to absolutely adore this knife. When I got it, I was like, it's kind of weird, but I like it, and the more, I love it. I'm obsessed with it. It's so good. This is a spectacular knife. Still a bit overpriced. Not as overpriced as I originally said in the unboxing, which you guys will see this weekend. But it is very, very good. What's the guy in the top left corner? That is the hulking, the Miguron Omega. Thicker than the original Alpha Beast, only slightly thinner than the Ultimate Alpha Beast. And this is in LMAX. Whereas the Ultimate Alpha Beast is in D2. So, if you're looking for like the ultimate premium massive overbuilt knife, in my opinion, it's this. If you need just the thickest knife ever made, or this thickest production folding knife ever made, it is the Ultimate Alpha Beast. But if you need that premium steel, well, then it's the Omega. The Omega is ridiculous. Can you shave with it? It's sharper than you'd think. Hold on, watch. You wouldn't think it would be able to do this. It's not the best slicer, but you can slice with it. See what I mean? It wants to tear, but you can bite in. It'll do it. It's got a, I mean, like, for being unbelievably thick behind the edge, You can get it. It's just not going to be optimal because of that. It's just for showing off. Now, it's not delicate. It's not delicate. Like, if you really wanted to carry and use it, like, you could. It'd just be really inconvenient. What is the mirror Timascus knife? That is a Giga. That is a rare Giga from Kunwu. In this case, the Giga Padre. Woo boy! Sanmai Mirror ZDP. You can just barely see that core line there. And then we have some of the most beautiful and vibrant Timascus I have ever seen. And I've got my fingerprints on it. It's also the smoothest Kunwu I own. They give that the special treatment for sure. Yeah, the Gigas are no joke. I can't wait for the first Giga Excalibur. Still doesn't roll off the tongue, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, the Giga Excalibur is going to be awesome. Rich Campbell, what's up? See, the Terrain 365 came out with an Infinity Lock. So I stumbled upon it, Rich. I almost bought it last night. I was at wrestling practice, my daughter's wrestling practice, and I was sitting in there scrolling knives on PVK Vegas, and I came across it, and I was like, what the heck? Super cool. I want to see if I can get a review sample, because I don't want to just buy it and then find out that I don't like it, because I own one and I love my frame lock. But I want to sample it first. The Giggity Excalibur. I don't know. We plan on doing it soon-ish, kinda. It'll come. Do not expect us to be able to produce as... Number one, it's going to be expensive. I don't know if... So Sergio definitely plans to do a Giga Integral, which will be very expensive. I need to prepare everybody for that. A Giga Integral, for so many reasons. If we're doing a full Timascus Integral, that's something you don't see very often. That will be expensive, regardless of being made in China. But the blade steel will also be special, and it will be mirror polished, and likely there will be a DLC option. So that's going to be a very expensive knife. This is expensive, but I know exactly what's going to happen. They're going to compare the price to the standard Gigas. And I'm going to have to do that thing all over again when I go, this is an integral. This is not a cash grab. The price is not higher just because we want money. It's an integral. He has to buy these huge blocks of Timascus and mill out. They cost more to make than a standard two-piece Giga. Now, I would like to think that eventually we would do a two-piece Vertilock Giga, which would be less, right around the same price of this. But the Giga OG Excalibur, which will be an integral frame with a frame lock, that will be very expensive to do. Crystal Timascus, I think it's possible. I just don't know how much it would show up with all the chaos of Timascus. But I would like to see it. I imagine it can be done. I think it would look really cool. I think it'd have to be smooth. I think if you textured it, it would be too much. Because you have all of the different anodized layers with the Timascus, and then you have all the little like reflective surfaces with the crystallization process. And then if you textured it on top of that, it would just be a mess. So I think you'd have to have a smooth surface. Maybe. I don't know. Where's the Dragon Lady knife? I think I just saw her the other day. Hold on, I gotta dig. Ah, there she is. Dragon Princess, behold, behold. There she is. She's not naked. She's covered up in all the important spots. She's jacked though. This lady works out. I did throw her. I threw her at the fence, and she survived. Pretty good. I said I put her back gently. It's a gas station. It's just one of the funniest things that I found in the TSA boxes. Probably the coolest thing that I found in the TSA boxes. I have 300 and I think that it weighs 382 pounds. It's almost 400 pounds of gas station knives behind me in a big tub. Boris Vallejo is the guy that does a ton of MTGR. That's what everybody tells me. I didn't know that, but apparently so. Oh, I think it's almost time, guys. Just here in like 10 minutes, we're going to do the midstream giveaway. And the population is far lower than at the end. So, I turned that up and not down. So, you will have much better odds for the midstream giveaway. Tonight's live stream is sponsored by Concept. And we're going to do the first of three. We'll do 3 live streams in a row that are sponsored by Concept. That means that there are free knives that are given to me by Concept that I get to give away in the middle of the stream. So we have this will be the one that we'll start with tonight. This is the Dirk Pinkerton Main Street that has the S35VN blade, and it has the copper and G10 Mascus, which looks awesome. Look at this. It's really cool material. I didn't know that they could do that. So, yeah, this will be the one we start with. And then next week we'll do... And these are all linked in the description, by the way. Next week we'll probably do the Dreadnought in S35VN and titanium. And then on week 3 we will do the Bison, which is the big boy. So thank you again to Concept for sponsoring tonight's live stream. You enter by doing the thing that the square says. Yeah, this is something I offer to literally any knife company. Blade Binge did a bunch, and I think I've not done a good job of spreading this around because I think a lot of companies would probably take me up on that if I said, yeah, just like you can literally just send a knife and you can sponsor the giveaway, so. Yeah, the Bison is huge. It's huge. It's almost, isn't it? Is it 9.75 or 9.5 inches? It's a monster. But then people have to do effort into reading that sign and then going to the other video. The total effort involved with entering is read the words. I'm going to do the total number of movements. You read the words, click more, click link. So read, click, comments, type. It's 5 movements. 5 total brain cells. Read my email. Hold on. Let me go to my email real quick and yeah. So my inbox, my Metal Complex inbox has 25,691 emails. That is the actual number of emails in my inbox. I try to. It's a little rough. Yeah, once people figured out what my email is, and I do a lot of, like, honestly, like, I don't get really any negative emails. It's just people wanting to say hi and say thank you, and I think that's fine. It's just, I can't, I try to go through, like, maybe 15, 20 emails a day from people, and I think that's fine. I love reading them. It's just really hard to do all that. 5,000 of those are mine. I like this community too. I like this community a lot. I think it's 9:10. I think we should actually get ahead of this. Let's go ahead and draw for this guy. So if you have not entered yet, we're doing... sorry about that. We're doing the Midstream sponsored giveaway from Concept. We're doing the Main Street in S35VN and Copper Mine. This is not the only giveaway we're doing tonight. Don't leave after this because we're doing our normal thing later on in the stream where we draw the pouches and you have a chance for the jackpot. And there are still 12 knives left and the pouches are stacked with premium knives. They are stacked. So you do stand to win massively later. But let's go ahead and draw for this one. I do have the iPad charged. I got my little battery in here. One of the ones that Amazon says isn't going to explode. So I've had 2 of those things recalled. I don't know about you guys. Those little battery banks, 2 of them off Amazon recalled. So hope this one doesn't explode and burn my house down. It's kind of scary. You got to be careful with lithium batteries, like flashlights, and those battery banks. I mean, like any honestly, like a lot of the devices that we carry around all the time technically can just explode. You remember the Galaxy Note? That one that was just like setting itself on fire? That sucks. So that's fun that we get to worry about that. Give me a sec here. I'm going to load up the link. Links in the description for all of the knives that Concept has sent. If you want to check those out individually, you can use the links in the description. And browse the Concept website while you're there. They make really great stuff. This does not feel good on my ear holes. This is bad. Did not like that. These are awful noises. Okay. Let's refresh the page. Fresh page. Going down. This is just one of multiple giveaways we're doing tonight. There's the link. The filter is on. We're going to get the comments. You will receive the box and everything with this. Absolutely brand new from Concept. Outside of my grubby, nasty avocado fingerprints all over it. 725 entries for this one here. The winner of the Concept Main Street tonight is... Henry G. 683. That rhymes. Wow, you said my name. Smelling salts activated. God. Okay. Henry G. This is who we're looking for. Slow down, guys. Slow down. Let's find Henry. Henry, make yourself known in the comments. This one might take a bit because I know a lot of people enter and then just leave. I know they got timers on. Come on, Henry. Come on, man. There he is right there. Yep. Henry G 683. He said, no way. You won. It's yours. For now, this will go in the pouch. You need to email me. Henry, he's a Platinum Knight, so he's here all the time. Email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your first and last name, your shipping information, and the knife you won, which is the Concept Main Street S35VN and the Copper Mine G10. So this will go in the pouch for now, but you do get the box and everything with it. So there you go. Thank you, Concept. We'll be back next week. I mean, I'm not leaving. I'm just saying next week we'll do the second of the bunch and the third because they sent me 3 knives. I think they only intended for me to do 1 stream, but I'm going to do 3. I'm going to make sure they get their money's worth. And here in just a hot second, well, here in just a bit, we'll do the main event. The main event of the stream, which is the mystery pouch giveaway. And the chance for a jackpot. We've done 2 coins with no winners, which means 2 premium knives have been added to the jackpot. And then you'll receive, if you win jackpot on the first draw, you'll receive 12 additional knives, many of them premium. That'd be the jackpot win tonight. So a maximum of 14 knives, many of them are premium, and an additional 2 premium for the 2 missed golden coins from the last draws. Every time somebody finds a coin and does not win the jackpot, I add a premium knife to the pool. That way, if we get to the end and nobody has pulled jackpot, there's already a pile of knives that you still win. The guy, so the last group of 20, the guy who won, he won it on the last draw, and he still won, like, he won the 4 left and then 4 additional premium knives. So even if you win at the very end, you still win a freaking pile of knives. It is, the potential for you to win multiple thousands of dollars in pocket knives is absolutely there. Yeah. People said he's going to win. It's so funny because I was like, well, I guarantee it's going to happen right at the end, you know? The odds aren't that crazy. I mean, if your name is drawn, like I mean, like to get your name drawn is pretty rare, but if your name is drawn, once you're there, the odds of getting that jackpot aren't bad. You get to pick 2 out of a group of 20, and there's 5 coins in there, and you get the coin, and there's 12 slots on the wheel, so there's 1 slot that wins it. It's not crazy odd. I mean, like I tried to make it basically like getting the rare drop in a World of Warcraft raid. Like once you get into the raid, it's still rare, but it's not that rare, as long as you down the boss. Feeling Willy Wonka tonight? That's how we set it up. Premium skills for Ozark Trail is the code card. You did? You put premiums? I mean, I'm not judging, like, if your budget is 15 or less, the only brand, and people get this mixed up. I'm not saying you should not spend more, because in my opinion, you should. I think good knives realistically start at around 30. But if you are on a $15 budget, well, Ozark Trail is the only brand that I would honestly recommend. And yeah, you can buy an Opinel, blah, sure. Okay, but outside of that, I still have this freaking, you could buy this. I'd recommend that you spend 30 or more. You don't mean Reich, you mean Rake. R-U-I-K-E. You mean the P whatever? Yeah, it's alright. Nick and I tossed around this idea for a bit where he was involved with like cursing me because like Nick likes those like funny, Nick Shabazz is what I'm talking about. He likes those funny little, where we kind of like collaborate on a video. And he likes the Opinel, and he knows that I hate it. And he loved the idea of us doing like an April Fool's bit where he curses me with this, like, it's like you don't like it, but you can never escape it kind of thing. Where like I keep trying to throw the Opinel away, and I turn around and it's like poltergeisted its way back to my kitchen counter or my review table. And we had this whole like skit set up where we where he was gonna like you know, put an actual hex on me to not be able to get away from it. He was gonna force me to embrace it, and I don't know what became of that, but maybe we should do that. That's kind of a funny plot. I still have my enormous supersized Opinel. If you don't know about this knife, it's really funny. Oh God, where is it? Is it buried? Surely not. Where did that thing go? I had a special place for it. I do have a giant Opinel somewhere. Oh. Well, I don't know. It's in here somewhere. There's literally 800 or 900 knives in this room. So I don't know where that thing is. It's somewhere. Is it back there? I don't know. I'll find it at some point. I have no idea. Oh, maybe it's in the bottom of that box. I bet it is. Well, I'm not going to dig it out now. Still like the arcade light? I love it. Absolutely love it. So my buddy, my local buddy, one of the guys who... So I've got about eight different people who like to come over and like talk knives and go through my collection, and they usually leave with something. And he was like, you did a video and I know how much you love that arcade, but would you sell that to me? And I was like, you like that? And he was like, I think that's the coolest knife I've ever seen. And I was like, well, then you can just have it. So I did give, the reason you haven't seen it out on the table is because I gave it to him. And I figure if I, like I'll just buy it back, or I'll, see if Flytanium wants to send another one or whatever. But I do love it. I think it's one of my favorite shark lock knives ever. But he just really liked it, and he thought it was cool, and he watched my video, and I sold him on it. I didn't want him to feel like he had to pay for it, so I just gave it to him. And he and I have been friends since college. They were the apartment above us in my first apartment ever, and they were super into World of Warcraft, and I was like, cool. So we all made friends, and we partied together, and now our kids both wrestle, so... This is Deja Vu. That's the song that's playing. This game tortured me as a kid. I loved punching the alligator. I always punched the alligator. In fact, I punched everybody. Every NPC that talked to me, I punched him. And sometimes it worked out and sometimes it didn't, but God, it was so funny. So you talk to me? You talk to me and try to tell me stuff, I'll punch you in that game. The bum, he's like, you got a quarter, you punch him. Punching the alligator in the sewer and then seeing his caved-in face just in the water, I was like, that worked? Okay. Did anybody play Deja Vu? That's an option. You run into the alligator in the sewer and you can punch it. It also eats you part of the time, I'm pretty sure. But there's a small chance that you just knock it out and then it goes... Presumably, it just floats down the sewer. I am addicted to your show, period. I get what you're saying. The way it reads is slightly off-putting, but I do understand your intention behind the words, and I appreciate it. I'm just not sure that reading it out loud, it sounds like something different. Fixed blade and CPM 3V for end of the world knife. Assuming that you have something to keep it, lubricated. 3V, there's a lot of things that will turn that blade into dust. I kind of feel like Magna Cut is probably the apocalypse steel for a fixed blade. I feel like that's that's such a basic answer, but I feel like Magna Cut is the right answer. 3V is great, but I think in an end-of-the-world scenario where you're just, limited on things that you can keep your blade maintained, I just feel like 3V is not going to last. Hold on a second. My best friend wanted a younger brother, so I gave him one. Man, I'm just going to guess. I'm gonna guess. Yeah, Captain Fatten. I'm gonna guess that you frequent the TikTok. I'm gonna guess you like to. I'm gonna guess that you like those videos where there's a thing happening on top and on the bottom there's a guy jumping into trains. I'm just gonna guess that that's your speed. I'm just gonna go ahead and Miss Cleo that comment. Have a wonderful evening. You're responsible for my Kumu purchasing. Thanks for ruining my bank account. Hey, you're welcome. I mean, and I'm sorry, I'm reading your guys' replies. Practice, financial responsibility, but also if your purchases make you happy, then I'm happy for you. You did miss the midstream giveaway, but the main event is still coming up. You'll know it's about to happen because the population. I mean, like tonight's a little iffy. Every time I release a third video of the day and then I do a live stream, it really dips into my population because YouTube refuses to send more notifications. So we might have a sub 1,000 population live stream tonight, which will work out better for everybody because if the population is lower, then your likeliness to win is better. So there's 729 people. You'll know if as the population climbs closer to 1,000, because that's when people come back. Did I get one of the launch edition Voodoo? No, but like he knows that I want it because he watched the whole video. So I'm hoping I can find a way to snag that. It's Shadow Damascus. It's Shadow Damasteel, from what I can see. I don't know if. So he said it would be more affordable to be on a drug addiction or a knife and gun nut. Knife and gun nut is definitely the most expensive. I would argue that like true gun nuts and true knife nuts probably spend a similar amount of money. Like I have a friend locally who is a gun nut, and like we've shared what we've spent, and it's pretty equal. And this guy's hardcore. So I know that guns can get dramatically. I think their tiers are dramatically more expensive, but I think like people who are crazy into it on both sides will spend an equal amount of money to satisfy their habit. Any thoughts on the new tour knives, Draper, or tour knives in general? Tour knives, I think, are pretty great. They're USA. They make some good stuff, as far as I remember, if I'm thinking of the same company. But I have not researched those specific models. The Arno Bernard up top is their new button lock, and it's the... hold on, I have the box. Oh, no! Okay, I didn't... That was not nearly as dramatic as I thought it was going to be. It is the Tarako, right here. Very high polish. Not a perfect mirror, but a very near mirror. And one of the smoothest... It feels like it has a magnet in it! It is so smooth. It is just a plunge lock, but I cannot stress the smoothness of this is beyond any button lock that I have ever experienced. And yes, I did test it on camera, and it did survive. Some light spine wax, which I think is appropriate. Anytime a new company is doing a lock that they've never done before, especially a button lock, you have to give it a little taparooskies. Just a tap. Just like a gentle putter's tap. You know? That's a South African custom. Django XL or Jericho? The Jericho. The Jericho is one of the coolest knives and one of the nicest knives that Kunmu has ever created. The Jericho is a beautiful knife, and I love the Django. It's awesome, but the Jericho is the way to go. It is such a beautiful, flowy knife. I love it. Get that sucker in DLC and Timascus. I think they're all with the big fat Timascus inlay. But yeah, that Jericho is just sick. I would have kept the Jericho, but I gave it away to the guy who made me this. Because I wanted to thank him. This guy completely modeled and 3D printed this custom helmet. And it was so cool. And I know that this wasn't cheap to do. And he even painted it to make it look battle worn. And and it fits. Like I wear it. I wore it on that. I mean, I don't wear it I guess sometimes I wear it around the house because it's cool. But I wear it when I play with my lightsabers. But he went out of his way to do this. Like he modeled it and everything. And so I wanted to give him something, so I gave him the Jericho. Drive with it. Yeah, so I thought, so if you didn't see that video, the whole joke was, and I told him I was going to do this. I said, I'm going to, because I do very little content where you see my face, but I do have the camera on when I do my retailer walkthroughs. And so I did an entire retailer walkthrough wearing that helmet, and I never acknowledged it once. I just had it on, and then at some point I realized like I couldn't see because like it was fogging up, and I realized like I'm not going to be able to see. I'm going to have to put the visor up. It would be really funny if underneath it I was wearing sunglasses. I mean, I don't know if you guys think it's fun. I thought it was funny, but I had sunglasses on underneath it, and at some point I was like, I can't see, and I lifted the visor up, and I had sunglasses on, and then I did the whole rest of the episode just wearing the helmet and wearing sunglasses. Yeah, they can I got a guy in my neighborhood who has he does that with aluminum 3D printing. He does a lot of stuff with that. But I think it's cool. This guy builds his own mini model tanks. And he also has a remote control lawnmower, and he has multiple, well, he has at least 2 airplanes that he flies personally. The most interesting person in my neighborhood. And he's super cool, and he likes knives, and he does a crawfish boil every year. He's an awesome neighbor. I did decide, and I know a lot of you guys saw it on Instagram, and I realized like I'm just as passionate about my truck as I am with knives, and I told everybody that I would never show my truck because it felt a little slimy, and I realized I was like, it's not like the reason I show my knives is not to flex. It's because I like to share this with people who are like-minded, and I was like, my truck is no different. So I did finally share a picture of my fully built. My truck has been not aggressively customized, but lightly customized, and I did finally share a picture of it on Instagram. And I really appreciate people. I think people understood why I did. Because I and I also posted, I said exactly why, but I used to drive a 3/4 ton Silverado in high school, and I loved it. I was obsessed with my truck, not because I wanted other people to look at it, but I just loved it, like just for the joy of the vehicle that it was. It had a 350 V8. It was a regular cab, regular bed. I had a big loud exhaust on it, and it was just fun. I just loved it. It was black. And so I kind of, in a way, like recreated. The new truck is a diesel, and it's a GMC, but it's still a GM product. But I kind of went full circle and I tried to do that again. I'm glad you guys like it. I swapped the DRLs to amber. There's a mod kit from Venom something or other that my brother found, and so now the daytime DRLs are amber. It is all black. All black with black rims, and I'll delete that chrome as well. Those chrome highlights, they're fine, but I want them black. I want the whole thing black. Yellow fogs? I don't know. The yellow's okay. I just, with the contrast of black, those DRLs on those GMCs are huge. They're wide, big, wide, like, not 90 degree, but they're just huge. And I just really like how those look with the black. The gas station Herman, yeah. So this is mine. And then here's an example of what they can do when they shine it up. I want to see them polish the blade like they do the frame here. This is the lefty. So I picked this up to give away. Well, okay, I say that. Herman gave me this. Herman and Polish Custom Knives gave me this. There were a lot of people praising me in the comments for buying it and then saying I was going to give it away. I gotta be honest, I didn't buy this. They gave it to me. And they know that I do these giveaways. So, like, I'm not gonna take false credit. Like, I didn't spend but I am gonna give it away. But it's a lefty, and the whole reason is I always like to get a lefty-specific knife when I do these big milestone giveaways, because I constantly preach how unfair the knife world is for lefties. So this is my prize for lefties. You know, that's like my big, you know, it's about a $1,000 knife, and that'll be specifically for the lefty folks who enter. Herman and Polish Custom Knives. I need to be clear about that. Both of them were involved in that. It wasn't just Herman. It was also like the retailer had possession of it. So, but they do that. They do that sometimes. Like when I do big giveaways, they are super, super generous. That's not going to be given away tonight. That's going to be given away when I do my 750K stream, which I know you guys are like, you're almost to 800. I'm waiting on all of the things, mainly my Excalibur production versions, because I want to give away at least one production Excalibur when I do that giveaway. So, and I don't have those yet. I only have the prototypes, which understandably I'm going to keep because it's just a part of like the story of the channel. I want to keep that here with me. Yeah, we'll kind of do it as last time, like I'll have, it'll be kind of honor system, like, you know, please let me know if you're left-handed, like when you leave your entry comment, and we'll just keep going until we get a lefty. Imagine if I just threw all my giveaway stuff on Blade Binge. I'm sure I could make tens of thousands of dollars. I'm not really interested in that. I do pretty well on YouTube. So it makes more sense to just give knives away. I would prefer to do that. There are many ways that I could sell out immediately and make a lot of money, but then I'd be done. The channel would be done. My credit would be lost. I'm just not, it just doesn't seem like a smart thing to do, especially considering everybody who's watching helped build the channel to put me in this position in the first place. It's just a better thing to do to give knives away versus selling them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it's great. I love that people are like, I won this. There's a few hundred people who are like, I won this off one of those giveaways. I think that's great. I learned recently that Bartosz Herman is the owner of Polish Custom. Oh, he's the owner. I did not know that. Okay, well, so it is. It's just Bartosz. So that's it. It's Bartosz doing that. Awesome. W. Bartosz. It's a Hyphen XL. One of my favorite Wii knives and a user. Hyphen XL. Absolutely wonderful. And I think a great example of Wii knives actually pricing something fairly. Absolutely phenomenal pocket knife. The triple grind, it's actually a quad bevel. I know what you're talking about. This, unfortunately, is a $6,300 pocket knife. Is it worth that? No. No. Realistically, it's probably a $2,500 to $3,000 pocket knife. But it is a Borka Marfione. And if those two names together, you're going to pay for it. You might not like it, but you're going to pay for it. This is a quad bevel M-Stitch custom. DLC cracked ice DLC titanium frame. A very, very, very expensive semi-custom. No cut? It cuts. Here. It cuts. It's just not going to do it efficiently with that little hump in there. See that little right there? Like every time you pass over that, it's a little bump. But yeah, no, it cuts. Oh no, the value! Oh no! A lot of these really rare knives, like this is all going to my kids when I'm... Like this is all, like I'm gonna pass this stuff down to my kids and then they can do whatever they want with it. It's gonna be more of a burden than anything else. Okay, and also he left you 800 pocket knives. My kids actually think they're pretty cool, so I don't know. Maybe they'll enjoy that. But yeah, like the vast majority of this stuff will just go to my kids. I did buy another 80 slot case. I have a lot of knives sitting in boxes on the shelf over here that I plan to keep, and I have no room for them, so I had to buy another Now Pack. If you want to know, like, where do you buy your custom cases? Now Pack. NALPAK.com. You can buy the custom foam by itself. You can buy it pre-inserted into Apache cases, which is the cheaper option. Or you can do what I do because you're a nose in the air, fancy pants guy, and you can buy it pre-inserted in Pelican cases. You will pay roughly $200 for a 40 slot, roughly $425 for an 80 slot, and then everything in between or less or more. But that's typically what I do. I think it's time for a bathroom break. I'll be right back. Yeah, it's exactly what I thought. We're at an hour 12. There's 900 people in here. So I know I told you maybe the population would be lower. Maybe your odds would be better. Apparently not. Everybody's just got this figured out. So we'll probably end up with 1,000 or a little more in here tonight. But I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. You all talk amongst yourselves, okay? Keep it PG, kiddos, okay? All right, I trust you. Maybe next time. It's almost Thanksgiving, so you'll have lots of free days. We'll watch a movie every day on the Thanksgiving break, okay? I'll talk a little bit about it, okay? Alright. Good night. Love you. So, my son, he's out there in the basement living room, and he is talking about Alexa has recently updated and has this feature where you can use her to create your own stories. And my son and my daughter have been creating this very elaborate, like, creepy fanfic where, like, my son's fanfic with Alexa, and she's building this story with him, is, I guess, Waluigi served as Bowser's butler. And is just like, there's a lot of resentment, and he's poorly treated, and he ends up, like, through some wizardry, gaining total domination over Bowser and Donkey Kong, and he's, like, utilizing them to become like this ultimate hybrid, and it's like I think it's like a Smash Bros fanfic, and he's like using their powers to fight like the entire roster of Smash Bros, and it's very, very elaborate. I came home and Alexa was talking. Waluigi stood there, power resonating off of him. Waluigi's like, you have no idea. It's awesome. I was like, this. I actually want to hear this like front to back. It was so cool. As a kid, I would have had a heyday with that, man. It was so great. Waluigi, forever the background character, manipulates the two strongest, like antagonists in Mario history, and creates like this hybrid monstrosity. I kind of want to hear the whole story, honestly. Oh, you got more to add? Tell me about it. Come here. The funny... We can't talk about it. You did that. He also made a side story about Bowser's car that sprouted butt cheeks with cannons that fired blueberries at everybody.
It was mostly about, like, the Link with the giant head and skinny
Link with a giant head and skinny body?
Yeah.
The club with no spikes? That was a bizarre story. All right. Good night, buddy. Love you. You come home and hear some... Did you know that your Amazon Alexa, sorry if I set off your devices, you can go back through and see what your kids have been asking it. If you didn't know that, I invite you to, if you have kids and they're left alone with your Alexa, I invite you to ask Alexa for the question history. It will be quite illuminating. Oh boy, it's already 9:48. We gotta start moving this stuff. All right, let me get her ready here, guys. I know there's also like parental controls on Alexa. We just kind of... Our kids are pretty... They don't ask a lot inappropriate questions. There's a lot of butt and poop and fart. Like that's pretty much the extent of what's inappropriately being asked to Alexa. I also definitely dabble in that. I also like to mess with you guys. Like, Alexa, play a terrible fart noise. I think it's funny to set off your Alexa and do that in your house because I am immature. But I also know you guys get a little bit of a giggle out of that. So, sorry, not sorry. But yeah, like that's the extent of it here. But yeah, like I mean, like you did. At least 300 people in here just had like terrible wet farts like echoing through their living room. She said she's not sure how to help me with that. A lot of arpeggios in this Nintendo song. I don't even know what this is. It's kind of cool. I kind of want to hear the heavy metal version of this. My fun heavy metal song of the evening, if you're big into like super crazy, almost like fantasy metalcore, is Crystal Night by Netherwalker. That's quite the song. Crystal Night by Netherwalker is a favorite of mine right now. I also like Frost Troll. Frost Troll is the song that was played during the introduction of Vertalock Excalibur on Instagram. Big fan of Netherwalker. Big fan of Sinestia as well. If you didn't know I was a metalhead, there you go. Okay, so we got... there's 3 golden coins left. And like all the pouches contain knives, but some of them have the golden coins. So we're about to draw here. I think I'll probably have to reload the link. The iPad like doesn't keep the copy, like the clipboard, it doesn't keep it very long. It's got like a timer on it. Give me a sec. If you have not entered, now is the time to enter. You need to leave your comment in the link in the description. It says enter here. By the way, if you would like to access my Patreon, if you'd like to enter Patreon, it's not required for tonight's live stream, but next week I am announcing the next set of premium giveaways. The $1 tier will have access to 1 premium giveaway. The $3 tier will have access to 2 premium giveaways. And the $5 tier will have access to 3 giveaways. And that $5 tier giveaway is a big one. Usually the most valuable by a long shot. You'll also gain access to private buy-sell trade, private chat on my Patreon. You'll also gain access to my private Discord, which has over 2,100 members and is a really fun place. You'll get access to private knife sales on my Patreon and private weekly uploads on Patreon. There's quite a bit there. If you want to support the channel, you can do that using the link at the top of chat. If not, that's also fine because tonight's giveaway is free. Okay, reload, fresh page. We'll do it again now that we're at the top. There we go. Fresh page. I'm going to paste the link, turn the filter off. I'm sorry, turn the filter on. Filter duplicate users is on. Sorry. That way people who are leaving like 1,000 comments, it only counts for 1. Probably 1,100 comments. There's about 1,000 people in here. Over 1,000 now. 1,050. That's great. 1,000 live participants, 1,050 comments. First winner tonight, you'll get to pick 2 pouches. Joe Peterson, 6746, says, thanks, MC. We're looking for the purple J. Everybody else, try and keep it minimum and let Joe Peterson talk. Let yourself be known, Joe. Joe Peterson is here. Perfect. Excellent. Congrats. Joe, 1 through 6 up top, 1 through 6 down below, or 2 up top, 2 on bottom. Specify the number and the row for both, and I will pull those for you. I wish I had the winners mic'd up. It would be awesome to do like a compilation of winner reactions. It's impossible to do, obviously, but wouldn't that be fun? Top 5, bottom 4. Top 5, bottom 4. 2 fairly dense ones. This one's lighter. No? They're about the same. Ah, you did get a premium. This is one of the newer Kaisers. So this is S45VN, gold anodized titanium and carbon fiber. I forget the name of this one. There's the designer. Liner lock. You can reverse flick it, and you can also front flip it. I told you these were going to be heavy premium stacks. Another premium. Double premium. Another Kaiser. Which one is this? Crest S35VN and titanium. I think this one was from a ways back. Super duper smooth. Thumb stud and flipper. Double premium wins. No coin, but I feel like he's probably not going to complain at double premiums. Please email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your first and last name, your shipping information, and the 2 you won. You can say I won the 2 Kaisers. That'll be fine. Congratulations. Let me put these back. Let me just tuck them away for you, okay? Just tuck them away. As always, winners, guilt-free. Keep them, sell them, give them to your family members. They're yours. Do what you want. Okay? We got 5 and 5, 3 coins left. pretty good odds the next person's going to actually draw a coin. All right. Pick a new winner. Next winner. We got to make sure they're here. Blacksby. Finally. Please be here. Please be here with that comment. Finally. You finally did it. Come on now. We got to have this guy. We got to have him. Come on now. Add him. All right, what time is it? 9:56. He's got till 9:58. You got to be here for this, man. Everybody's depending on you with that comment. Now he gets 2 minutes. You always give everybody 2 minutes. I always remember that lady who she showed up at the last second. And I also know lag is a thing, so we have to wait. Can you guys add him? We got a code brown for Blacksby. You're not, are you able to add him? I'm watching. You might, just because you can't doesn't necessarily mean he's not here, because we had people doing that one other time and they still showed up. He's got until 9:58 and we'll redraw. Bummer, man. I always feel bad for people who comment and they don't, like they don't get to claim it. But you never know what's going on, man. He may have intended to be here and he couldn't for some reason. 9:58. Blacksby, I'm sorry. It's time to move on. Somebody said it's finally was coming, but I didn't see it. Hold on. Before I let this next person win, did anyone see him? There was a comment there that made me second guess this. Is he actually not here? Not here. No. Okay. So, the winner is Greg Hadel, 60. Thanks, MC. Let's do this. HP. Greg, be here. HP, where you at? Hold on. It's rare, but sometimes we get 2 in a row. Was the last guy named Greg? Come on, HP. I'll redraw as many times as I have to. 10:01. He's got till 10:01. Still watching. Hold on. Come on, Gregerson. I have to assume that's the full version of your name. Like Jimothy. Come on. Do I think I could love you? I mean, if you subscribe, then yeah, sure. I'm kidding. If you're here, I love you. Come on, man. Is he not here either? What's going on? Bummer. I'm trying to give you knives. The person who wins, the odds of the next person winning have become substantially less likely. So the person who actually ends up winning now, that they won after a double no-show, they have to appreciate the rarity of that. Somebody good at math, what are the odds? 2 no-shows, 1,000 people in here, and then you win. What does that calculate to? Somebody who actually understands how to calculate odds. It's 10:01, so I got to go again. It ain't 2001. It's definitely more than that. All right. We're going again. The third the third one here. Here we go. 999 Tin Man. Good luck, everyone, but you'll never win. Sorry for that dose of reality. Better luck next time. I mean, he is right. He's got a black lab. Come on. 999 Tin Man. Be here, be here, be here. Oh, slow down, guys. Slow down, slow down. There he is. He won. Round of applause for this guy. He won on an incredibly unlikely double no-show. And has a chance. Watch him get the jackpot. Watch this guy win the jackpot. There's 10 knives left. And there are 2 additional premium knives in that jackpot pool. This would be huge. And super, super unlikely. All right, slow down. 999 Tin Man. I want your picks. 1 through 5 up top, 1 through 5 on bottom. 2 up top, 2 on bottom. Specify the number and the row. Slow down, guys. I need to be able to see him. 3 top, 5 bottom. Bottom one's heavier. Oh, but it's still... So, this is the Berg Blades. It is a titanium frame lock. It's the Berg Blades utility opener. I unboxed this a long time ago. I forgot I had it. But this will take your standard razor blades. But it's a little frame lock, like G10 front, titanium frame lock back, and then utility opener. Cool knife. Bottom. Oh, semi-premium. Vosteed Psyop with the camo... I'm not sure what this material is. Liners underneath are steel. And then we have L-Max for the blade. Good pulls. No coins. Surprisingly. No coins. But a good win. Definitely. I'd say 2 semi-premiums there. Very good. Congratulations. Please make sure to email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your first and last name, your shipping information, and the exact knives you want. You can say... the Vosteed and the Berg Blades. Those are for you. Congrats. We'll put them away for you. That's a top lantern lock, by the way. Not a button lock. It's a top lantern lock. Oops. I don't know what that is. That must be from the Civivi pouch. Yeah, the big giveaway is coming, guys. We just got to get all those knives in. Okay, I am very, very late to being done, so let's see here. Membership gifting. Do I have any free ones? No. But I will give away 20 memberships to everybody who's left. So... random selection, 20 of you will receive free 1-month memberships from me. You are not obligated to renew that, and it will not automatically renew. It's giving them out to random people. If you type in chat and you have a little blue helmet beside your name, you'll know that you got one. If you didn't already have it. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Congrats to the winners. Still 3 coins left. So for next week, which again will be a Concept sponsored live stream, there's only 8. So 3 of 8 have coins. Should be interesting. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your Friday evening and an excellent rest of your weekend. Bye.